What's up, everybody? This is the We Are ND Nation podcast. I am Evan J. Thomas. With me always is Dennis Stover. And on today's show, we are guest-free today. We are previewing number 15 Notre Dame at number 4, not at number 4, but 4-4 Clemson Tigers.
Yeah.
For an 11 a.m. Central Time kickoff. So a noon kickoff.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Roll my ass right out of bed and watch the game.
Yeah, well, you're going to be rolling out of bed. I'm going to be there.
What? That's awesome.
So my sister, who I'm actually taking for the first time ever, and her first time ever at any college.
That's really great. Hey, Lindsay.
Yeah, so we are heading to Clemson Saturday morning. It's going to be a 2.5-hour drive. We got to leave at like 8 in the morning. Get there. Probably not tailgate. We'll probably just figure out where the fuck we are and get there and go from there. So we'll do that. But anyway, let's get into this past weekend's game. Holy shit, Notre Dame beats Pitt 58-7.
58-7.
I know we both had really good scores. You had 42-17. I had 45-17. 58-7. I mean, holy shit. What are your thoughts on that?
I think for 2 games, the defense has been absolutely amazing. And one of those games was, spoiled children. So it was great. And Pitt, Pitt is a rival, I guess, as well. But it was fun. I would like to say they finally put together. First half was whatever. We were up 17-0 at halftime, was it?
17-0 at halftime.
But we put together, they played a complete game, finally.
And
special teams,
early
defense, the offense. The offense didn't do anything against USC, but the offense finally started to move the ball. From what people claim to have having a pretty decent defense. So
pretty decent.
I was happy to see them move. I mean, they beat Louisville, so
they did. And if you look at the first quarter or the first half, like you said, Sam Hartman and quarterback.
Yeah, he had 2 picks.
2 picks. Him and Kristen Valou were going back and forth on who could be the worst quarterback of the first half.
Yeah. I mean, Hartman wanted to win some kind of award this year, so I guess that's the one. But he lost it, which is a good thing. Yeah. But that's when I was mad. And I think I texted you, or maybe I said it before, but he's just a little bit better than Jack Cohen at this point, right?
I'd have to say Jack Cohen in the 2020 COVID season, he was pretty damn spectacular.
No, 2020 wasn't Jack Cohen's year. That was Ian Bookstow.
2021.
Because they beat Clemson, yeah. Remember?
But it was the COVID year, wasn't it?
21. I mean, we were still during the pandemic, but
yeah.
When COVID first happened, it was what, 2020?
2020, yeah. Late 2020. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, said,
yeah.
Cohen actually put up really good fucking numbers. I like to look at them next to each other. We'll do that next week. I don't want to do that today because I didn't.
Yeah, maybe that's a good comparison thing.
Good. Kind of see where they're at.
Because, he's supposed to excel so well, and I'd like to think how well he would do if he had a better coordinator. Although he has an a quarterback coach, who's supposed to have more experience than Gerard Parker, but there's a loyalty thing there. But again, we talked about that a couple weeks ago with Freeman should have had his way with who he wanted to hire as OC. It was like their 5th choice, man.
Yeah, well, kind of one of those things where they didn't want to pay the high price guy. They didn't want to pull him away from another school, have to pay them. And then, like you said, you kind of fall back to your fallback. I'll
say this. This is what I'll say. If the offense continues to improve for the next 3 games, right? Let's say we put up numbers that we should put up, right? And win. Then I got to say you got to keep Parker and not break up the continuity of the team and stuff. But if they just regress or don't do anything like they did against Ohio State, and Duke, and Louisville, and USC, he's still got to go. He's got to go then, right? I mean, he's just.
You'd think.
I still don't think they would. But I wish they would. If he doesn't improve, they have to improve. I mean, and like you said, the second half, those picks were. I don't think.
I wouldn't call it.
Those were definitely on Hartman. Well, okay, there was one where
it was tipped.
Oh no! I think was it the first one? It should have been pass interference.
Oh yeah, okay, that one.
I didn't go back and watch the game again
Neither
like I
did I.
always do. So I would have picked up on that. That's why I had to guess. But I know there was one of them where it was pretty it was pass interference. Should have been called.
So speaking of Hartman, 18-25, 288 yards, 0 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. The one touchdown pass we did get was from my boy Peanut Butter.
Peanut Butter.
6 to 7. Steve Angeli.
I like that kid, man.
92 yards and 1 TD. He looked fucking good at the end of that fourth quarter.
Maybe he should play.
Why not?
They got to call the right plays, man.
He sat in the pocket and like took a hit on that throw.
Maybe now Hartman is not that he's not playing for anything. I don't know.
If you think about it, Hartman could actually coach Notre Dame next year as an offensive coordinator. He's so old.
I'm sure he'll get a chance at least of trying to get on an NFL roster.
Oh yeah,
right?
I'm just so much bad because of his age.
Well, actually, no, there isn't bad NFL anymore. It seems the league is pretty stacked at QBs right now.
The NFL?
Yeah.
There's currently like 6 backup quarterbacks starting this week.
Because they're because of injury?
Because of injuries.
Oh, well, okay. Injury.
Yeah, but then you have, I don't really want to get into the NFL.
No, I know. I'm not trying to either. That's why I don't know, because I don't watch the NFL.
Fields and
my friends, tune into a Formula One race on Sunday. You'll have a much better time, I promise.
Seriously, it is tough for me to watch the NFL. And I had a debate today or this morning with a guy about, he's like, I can't watch college football. I go, do you actually watch college football? He says, no.
Right.
I go, well, how could you not like something that you don't watch? And he's like, well, I just prefer the NFL. I said, well, just
sure, you can.
Yeah, just say that. Don't say you don't like college. Just say you're not interested.
Especially if you haven't watched it, or I'll tune into a couple 2, 3, 4 minutes, maybe a quarter or two, depending on the teams they're playing. But I do not go out of my way to watch an NFL team or to watch a game.
I kind of have to because of my job.
Well, sure, you're in that. This is the only thing I have to pay attention to.
And my Sundays also, I work 8 straight hours from noon to 8. And what do you do between noon and 8 on a Sunday except for watching football when you're stuck at home? So,
although I will say it is kind of nice. I watched the Spurs Suns last night. See, Wemby came on in the fourth quarter. He might be nice. Anyway, all right.
Now, Wembanyama, I know we're going off a tangent already on another.
But people love it.
Did you see his Halloween costume before the game?
Slender Man? That was fucking hilarious.
7'5" dude. He was like perfect.
He could be cast for Slender Man in the movie.
It's perfect. And he looked creepy as hell. And I saw the video of the people following him, and I'm like, whoa.
It was pretty good.
All right, so but let's get back into the past game. So
Estime
fucking killed it. 19 carries.
It looked like they had a couple more plays for him.
Yeah. Oh my God. So what did you say?
And they started running, and by golly, they started going off tackle and sweeps, and it's like instead of just going, guard set or
my two
guard center guard.
Estime off tackle left. Estime off tackle right.
They wouldn't even get an off tackle. They were trying to go a guard tackle between the guard and tackle.
No, well, that's what I'm sorry.
Guard
that's
and center.
Off guard. So
and it's like
between center and guard. Yeah, it's like
correct. It's like the one hand. Oh, I forgot all those terms, but is that the 0 or the 1 hole? Anyway,
1 hole.
So I'm sure some football heads will be correcting us.
Yeah, it's whatever. Fuck them.
I used to know all that stuff, but I haven't played. I hung up my cleats a long time ago.
So Estime had 3 touchdowns, banging.
Yeah.
We had Rico Flores, 2 catches, 72 yards. He had a pretty sweet little run there on the one. Though we lost Mitchell Evans.
We lost Mitchell Evans for the year, but we still have like 3 or 4 tight ends deep. We got Eli Raridan, Stays, Cooper Flanagan. Be just fine. You got 3 games left.
So Flanagan, is that the kid that just came from Penn?
It's a freshman. No, I thought it was the running back that transferred from Penn State. No.
What did I just see yesterday or this morning that somebody is
committed?
Yeah, committed.
Well, nobody can transfer mid-season.
That's what I thought. So I don't know what I was reading. All right. Anyway, speaking of that, we have a player of the game. Did you have a player of the game?
Oh, player of the game. I'm gonna go with let's give it to one of the freshman cornerbacks. I'm gonna go Jaden Mickey.
Oh shit, that's a good
for
one.
the fucking pick 6.
So the one thing I didn't even know until after the game was over that
And that kind of really sealed it.
the defense was missing Cam Hart and Benjamin Morrison.
Well, I knew they were missing Ben Morrison at the beginning, but Cam Hart got banged up during the first quarter.
See,
And
like,
I was like,
I didn't even know
shit.
they were
But
both out.
those kids stepped up.
Oh my God.
I mean, the future's bright in the DBs. Holy, went from a year last year to worrying about the secondary to this year being almost the strength of the defense.
You're 5 deep basically around. I'm
They're
going to
freshmen. They're freshmen. So we got Morrison returning next year. I think Watts has expired his eligibility, and DJ Brown will be gone. I don't know if Thomas Harper will return, but
well, he's a 5th-year senior.
Still would. I'd have to look. I'd have to pull out the roster. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Who's your player of the game?
I'm going back to back Xavier Watts, man.
You're going to Xavier. Yeah, it was hard not to. Yeah, he plays out the rest of the year, even if he gets 1 or 2 more picks and just racks up some tackles or some other big plays. He'll get All-American mention.
Well, he's already my
first or second team.
He's been being talked about it already, which
the kid has been lights out.
Most interceptions in college football as of right now. Is what I heard.
Wow, for real?
Tied with 6.
Awesome. Well, get another one this weekend, young man.
And the one thing you were saying at the beginning of the show was all 3 facets of the game. So we were missing, which is a return game.
Special teams,
Holy
man. Special teams.
Shit. Another one where
Kyrie,
I was
82.
up going, go, go, go.
That was the longest return since Golden Tate against Pitt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, then 2010, 9, 8.
Yeah. No, I think it would have to. I think it was one of Weiss's years.
Oh my God!
It had to be one of the when Clausen was on the team. So the 2 years that he, the 3 years that he did shitty.
7 or 8, then. Oh my God! But yeah.
Well, no, 7 they had a decent team because it was 2005.
7 they were 3 and 9.
Yeah, 7 they were garbage. So 8, and then he was 9, and then he was gone. And that was Kelly, right?
So there you go. You have Chris Tyree with an 82-yard punt return for a touchdown.
He got hit too. He broke like five or 6 tackles on that. It was a great return.
Like 5 or 6 right away. He actually, and you don't see this too much as a returner who actually breaks tackles straight up the middle. So he went straight up the middle. Even did like 2 spins on dudes too.
It was awesome. It was a hell of a return. I mean,
other than Zibikowski years ago.
No, I do remember that. Zibikowski was a great punt returner.
I know, but
Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
That's right. Right up the way. He's a fireman up over that way or something.
Yeah, is that what he's doing now? A fireman?
Fireman up there.
Yeah, he was pretty good. And he played quarterback at high school.
Yep. Over in Buffalo Grove High.
Yeah, he was
So let's talk about the poor little sad, pathetic Pitt and the fact that they didn't even put in the 1 year.
I mean, why? You're giving that freshman he's got to get work. I mean,
Kristen Valu with 4 interceptions. My poor girlfriend was like, every time he kept throwing an interception, she's like, I feel so bad for the kid. I'm like, don't. I'm like, shut up, sit down. I'm like, you shouldn't feel bad.
Shut up, sit down.
I did. I was being a little mean and kind of pushed off there.
No, that's Howard Stern.
Oh, shut up, sit down.
His dad.
I forgot about that. And then we held them to 53 yards on the ground, 2.8 yards per carry. So our defense was pretty fucking good too, like you said. So we had it all.
The defense is really, it's nice.
They've been hitting it.
It's so nice to see that. So like I said, it's offense compliments. We have a win like that. I mean, boy, oh boy.
Yeah, it was a nice victory to.
I just go back and think about that Ohio State game and what could have been. And I'll even take the loss to Louisville because they
got smoked. Yeah,
the score doesn't reflect how we lost that game. They handed it to us.
You're right.
But that Ohio State game, I mean, we'd be 8-1, and we'd have to be at least 6 in the fucking new college football rankings.
I don't know if we'd be that high. We'd be close. We'd be within.
You don't think so? They have Ohio State 1.
Okay, 5 to 10. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, 5 to 10. Okay, maybe 6 is a little high. I'm not sure. It's funny because they had I was watching it last night, the unveiling of the the new
which
playoff
is what we're
rankings.
getting into right now. So there you
Good
go. Oh,
segue.
nice little segue to that, Dennis.
Thank you. I was coming prepared. So and Boo, I think it's Boo Harrington or something is the commissioner of the committee, right?
Boo.
And he
Okay.
gets on there. First thing he says is,
Big
"Well,
day
we
on
have
Halloween to be called Boo.
Yeah, it was fitting. It was. He didn't have a costume on though, so
No Slenderman.
yeah, no, no Slender Man. And then the first thing he says is, or Reese Davis asking, why is Ohio State number one? Well, we look at their win over Notre Dame, and then so immediately I say to myself, I sit up on the couch and I say, I said, why is Notre Dame 15 then if that's the best win for them? Because Penn State's 11 and Notre Dame's 15, and I'm going through my head, and I was a little upset with it last night, but I guess now that we're doing the show and I thought about it, I'm like, maybe I'm not that upset because because I was like, oh, should we be over LSU? But then LSU lost to Florida State and damn, another who was it?
I forgot who
I
else.
can't.
But here's
Ole Miss, right? Ole
Okay.
Miss beat them, I think. Anyway, it's two good losses, and I was like, ah. And then they harp on Texas because Texas beat Alabama, so they like Texas for that because it's so weird. But I guess they did get it right. Although I would have until Georgia loses, they're the champ. They haven't lost. Ohio State lost to Michigan. I wouldn't put Michigan over OSU, but I would have Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, and then I'd go with Florida State, Washington.
So
I
that
don't, but also too, I might put Washington over Florida State for the simple fact the way Oregon's playing right now, and Washington beat Oregon, and FSU's best win is over LSU, which is playing well. But you could argue that Washington is a little bit better than Florida State.
So I know you said, LSU had 2 losses to pretty good teams. Well, isn't Louisville pretty good?
No,
Aren't
man,
they 11?
They lost to Pitt.
I know, but aren't they 11?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not given. That's so.
So how does LSU?
I don't know. At least
2?
I think it should at least reflect where we're at. Like, I think we're fitting for 12 or 13 in the college.
I'm only bothered by the fact that LSU is 1 spot over us, even though we have 1 more win, and they're 6-2, we're 7-2.
I know. I hate the argument of, well, it's a quality loss. No loss is a quality loss, no matter.
And now you look
then we could bellyache and say, well, we could be number 4 then because Ohio State only beat us by 1 point with 1 second left. But I know I'm not. Nobody's that stupid to have that argument.
So rankings, Louisville is number 13 right now. They're 1 spot ahead of Louisville. Or I'm sorry, LSU.
That's the college football rankings, right? The playoff rankings.
That's college football playoff rankings.
Yeah, because Notre Dame's what, 10, I believe? They're in the AP.
10 or 11.
Right.
11.
Yeah, that's when I was like, what?
The playoff ranking.
Where's the disparity? I don't know I don't know.
So, but like you said, so Notre Dame's lost to number 1 in the football playoff ranking and number 13. LSU has lost to number 4 and number 4.
Oh, so there you go.
Wait, Ole Miss, you said they're 10.
No, who'd they lose to?
Fuck.
They have 2 losses. It's just Florida State. Yeah, I don't know. Man. Don't worry about it.
Nope.
Or it's actually it's a bad loss.
It was Ole Miss.
Okay, I was right.
55-49, they lost.
Right.
And then they lost to Florida State 45-24. So both teams have lost the top 12, 13 teams.
Yes.
We have 7 wins. They have 6. Maybe they're not counting, the Tennessee State game as
but we beat ranked opponents too. Duke was ranked. How many ranked opponents have we beat? How many have they beat?
Duke and USC. So there
you go. And USC was a top 10 team.
Mm-hmm. That's basically it so far.
Was it NC State? Were they ranked at the time?
At the time, I think they might have been top 25.
See?
So there you go.
That counts at the time you play. You can't go back and say, oh, they're not ranked now. I think the only time that holds up is end of season schedule. Like if NC State is like 3
right
and
now,
5,
if we smoke Clemson and they're 4-5 and they end up being 4-6 what, 8 on the season?
I mean, they took Florida State to overtime and could have won that game.
True.
So, I guess they got it right for the most part. I would have Notre Dame a little bit ahead, and call me biased or home, but I'm just thinking of it from what I watch, because I watch college football. I watch.
The only thing looking at that, I mean, I know we're grasping at straws trying to see Notre Dame move up like 2 spots. I mean,
Yeah,
right
and it
now,
doesn't do anything,
2
but next
spots
year it
doesn't
does.
matter
Next
this
year,
year.
correct, but it matters next year, so might as well start getting in that mindset, because this is it, and we're not playing for a playoff spot. So we are playing, though. Who could end up playing Alabama or
LSU.
LSU. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
still think that would be good. All right, we were about to go to break. You know what?
Okay.
All right, you ready for this? We got name that former Irish player. I got a good one for you. I got a wide receiver for you. Holy shit, I forgot to look what year he played. Give me 1 second. I didn't put that one down.
Come on, Alex.
Now I have to look. Hold on.
Or who's it? Mayim Bialik or Blossom? She's a host of Jeopardy as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why did I do this?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Got
I'm
it.
there. Hold on.
We don't have a producer, folks, so we have to do it ourselves.
I pull it all, and I'm not in the best moods today, so fuck y'all. I mean, not everybody, most people, especially the place where pro football folks. Damn it!
You get lots of treats last night?
No, I worked at the haunted house.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
I know you.
Oh my God, why can't I find anything on this guy?
It's fine. We don't have to do it this week.
Oh, no, we're fucking doing it. All right, I'll just give you the stats. And then since it's already, you got multiple choice anyway. So this person played 32 games, 92 catches, 1,484 yards, 13 TDs, 16.1 yards per catch. I'm going to say he played from 2016 to 2019.
Okay.
That kind of helps you out. So here are your choices.
Okay.
You have EQ St. Brown. You have CJ Sanders, Miles Boykin, and Chase Claypool.
Woo! See, the year would help, man.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is when we go to break, I'm going to make sure I get the year correct. And then we'll go back into doing that. So we're going to take a quick break. Thank you for sticking with us through segment 1 so far. It's been a clusterfuck, but you know what? It's a lot of fun doing this anyway. So thank you for watching.
Out.
What?
I said it's cold out.
It is cold out.
You had snow yesterday, yeah.
So did we. So it kind of.
No, we didn't. We didn't get any snow. I said you had snow.
Unfortunately, we did. All right, so we're going to go to break. I am Evan J. Thomas, Dennis Stover. This is the We Are ND Nation podcast, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the We Are ND Nation podcast. Evan J. Thomas, Dennis Stover. We are guest free. I don't know why we said commercial free, but we are always commercial free except for that little 30-second blip right there. But anyway, before the break, we did name that former Irish player. And I did get the actual years now what this person played. So here we go.
Now we got the years. Here we go.
2015 to 2017. That might help it out. I was a year off there. 32 total games, 92 total catches, 1,484 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 16.1 yards per catch. And your choices were EQ St. Brown or Equanimous, whichever you want to go with.
I love that guy. He was so good.
Love the name. CJ Sanders, Miles Boykin, Mr. LSU killer, and then Chase Claypool, Mr. Chicago Bears killer. So there you go. Who do you got, Dennis, as your name that former Irish player?
Equanimous St. Brown.
Ooh,
I'm on St. Ra.
You are
Amon
on
St.
fucking
Ra.
fire. That's his bruh and his
Yeah,
bruh.
and there was one more too because he went to Stanford. I forget his name.
Well, that was what kept popping up on my goddamn phone was
Because Equanimous
his
was
brothers.
he's the oldest, and he went to ND
Um,
first, and then one of them went to
Osiris,
USC. Osiris, that's it.
Osiris St. Brown.
Osiris, and then one of them went to Stanford, and the other went to USC.
Amon St. Brown is the other one.
Amon Ra went to USC, and
Who is
Osiris went to
fucking killing
Stanford.
it with the
Yeah,
Lions.
how fun is that Lions team?
Ooh, boy, they're pretty
Right?
fucking badass. I mean, except
I
for
was
the fact
clowning
that
on that coach when he first came in the league with his like
he's
his
such a
sayings, and
douchebag, but
he
he's
was
great.
such a meathead. But people are buying into it because they're a good team now.
All
But when
right,
when
speaking
he
of
was like,
him,
we might get knocked down, we're gonna fall down a lot, but on our way back up, we're gonna bite your kneecaps and whatever other dumbass shit he said. But
did
people
you see
bought
the
it.
interview he had this past week where he actually was crying?
Yeah, I will say, I'm pretty emotional
Me
too,
too.
but for certain things. But there's a lot of like, well, maybe we are in a sad time right now, but it seems to be a lot of crying in sports.
It's okay.
For,
You know why?
I
Because
mean,
we've moved forward. You can
I don't
do
know, but now it seems a bit, I don't know.
forced.
Sure, forced or
Is
just,
that where you're going with that?
I don't know.
All right, you ready to talk about
Just seems
Saturday?
like there's too much crying. Sure, let's talk about
Okay, but you
the
can cry. Let
Clemson
it out, man.
Tigers.
It's all good. I cry when Notre Dame
No,
wins.
like, why was he crying? What is he crying for? And did
So
he have a
here,
touching moment at home with his family? I
oh,
mean,
he was
I
talking.
don't,
They were talking about players and how even like the guys that are fighting for roster spots and how.
okay, well, guess what else is going on in the world that
Oh,
maybe
I
you
get
should
it. I
pay?
get it.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like
But
he's
he's
gonna cry over a
invested.
football play when the fucking world is burning.
I know, but
Let's
he's
cry over
invested.
that.
He's so invested in his players that
Okay, I
he
get it.
needs
That's kind
to.
and humbling. I get that, but oh, for fuck's sake, he should recognize how privileged and special he is because he's an NFL coach in getting paid millions of dollars when there's so many things happening in the world right now. I mean, we're on the precipice of World War III. I'm not going to get political,
I
but
would
that's
like
why I'm
Dan
saying,
Campbell just to give me
like,
$1,000.
exactly, like, keep your tears for the people who actually need tears, man.
There you go. All right, so this Saturday we got Notre Dame going to Clemson University to play the 4-4 Tigers. They're averaging 31.8 points per game, and they got quarterback Cade Klubnik starting at quarterback. He has 1,947 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but a 58.8% efficiency not passer rating, but that's his completion percentage. So what are you looking for at this week's game? I mean, this is a down year for Clemson, and
Yeah, I'll say this. Where it looks like it seems like Dabo may have lost his team.
why?
Maybe why? Well, I don't know how I would take it. Because that kid that called him this week that ruffled his feathers, that got under his skin. He's a young kid, right?
I
He
think
wasn't an
an
adult like us
No.
if we were calling, short of being Dabo's age and reading him the right. This was some kid,
I'm
right?
40.
And
I'm a man.
I'm a man, and he at the same time, Dabo Sweeney is not wrong, but I'm saying his reaction would be that if it was a 48-year-old man that was giving him shit versus anybody under the age of 18 giving him shit, right? Because he's not wrong. We said it before we got on. He's got 2 national titles. Notre Dame fans would kill for his stats right now. Since 2010, he's had 10 win seasons, right? Brian Kelly was the closest to did that recently, and that was what, 3 years in a row or 5 years in a row?
5 years in a row.
5 years in a row. We used to do that all the time. 2 national titles, conference championships, playing for national championships, making it to the national championship.
Quarterback after quarterback after quarterback.
We'd kill for that. Heisman Trophy winner. We'd kill for all of that stuff. So yes, he is having a down year. He could have been a little more. I'm sure he was ticked off and
Humble.
stuff.
You could have been a little more humble.
Well, I mean, just a little more class. Like, I mean, if you're so classy and you're saying that's the how he should have answered it was with class, not just, I keep going back to what Corey Miner said last week, thinking like, do you think Tony Dungy never swore? This guy never swore. Remember when you were talking about Tommy Reese and
Yep.
whatnot. Anyway, so that may be some players that could have heard that reaction and been like, man, this guy's off his, I don't know how I feel. Or that could really inspire them. Maybe that fired up his team, like we have something to play for. Plus, too, they're looking, they could play for, hey, guys, this is a Notre Dame team. They ruined our season last year. We can ruin their season this year. It's in Death Valley. It'll be tough. They took Florida State to overtime. They're not going to roll over Clemson. The defense is still there. I think our offense will hold up. And I did pick this game as a loss in the preseason. But our predictions, I'm definitely going to take it as a win this week.
All right, we'll get to that in a moment. So
right.
I'll just go over a few other little stats real quick, just kind of make sure. I didn't know Will Shipley is still on this fucking team. What is he, a 6?
I'm glad he did. I was a little bummed that he chose, because he was committed to us, or I think he was committed to us, and then he went to Clemson. I could be wrong, but he was very strong lean for Notre Dame. It was an 11th hour kind of, I'm going to Clemson. But he's kind of a bum.
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats.
He hasn't done anything like his hype machine was coming out of high school.
No. 515 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4.6 yards per carry. Then you got the other stud running back, Phil Mafaha, 73 carries, 439 yards, 6 touchdowns on 6 yards per carry. So they're running backs. I mean, they got solid running backs. I mean, they're not bad.
Right.
I mean, compared to like other guys that we've played so far. Wide receivers, you got Bo Collins, 30 catches, 408. You got the tight end. That's the kind of guy that I'm always kind of worried about. Why I don't know this year, because Notre Dame has those good DBs and the linebackers that follow, but that Jake Bringenstool, 31 catches, 344 yards, 3 touchdowns. He seems like the only guy that will probably go up the middle and do some like over the middle catches. So yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from their offense against our defense, but I have a final score 2 in a bit. But I just know I'm going to be there with my sister up in the
that's going to be so
watching this fucking game.
I can't wait.
I almost got.
I'm going to look for you, because you'll probably be one of the only.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't be wearing this because it's supposed to be 70 degrees, so it'll be nice and warm.
Wow, it's crazy to think of what this game was at one point in the season to what it is now. This was going to, if this was supposed to be at the time a top 10 matchup,
tickets are.
It would have been prime time.
You could get into the stadium for $55.
Unreal.
Do you think you have ever walked into Notre Dame this year, even if it was against Clemson, for $55? No fucking chance.
No way, man.
But yeah, her and I are going. It'll be awesome. We're going to be in the upper seats, which I don't care. We're just going to be, I get to see everything. I get to see them run down the hill. I get to do all that shit. So that should be pretty fucking cool. The only thing is, obviously, is that early kickoff. So I'll be home early too, because it's a 2.5 hour drive to my parents' house.
Nice.
For the scores.
Are
we gonna go do? Are we gonna look at what other games we're gonna do and then score?
Yeah. Well, let's look at other games.
All right. So I obviously won't be watching other games because I'll be there. Georgia, Missouri.
That's gonna be a tester for Georgia. Where's it at? It's at Georgia.
At Georgia. You have Oklahoma at Oklahoma State.
Bedlam.
The Bedlam. You got Washington at USC. And then LSU at Alabama.
They beat Cal by 1 point on last.
Only because Cal went for 2.
Oh God, I love how they just gave him all that money. That's what he is. He's nothing. He just coaches. They can have 18 more Heisman trophies. I give a shit. But you know what I'm saying? That's all that guy does.
Oh my God.
I'm sure they'll figure something out next year. I mean, he'd have to, or else they'll already be calling for his head there.
So you know how we always make fun of the quarterbacks last year at Notre Dame, the Lollipop Guild.
The Lollipop Guild, yes.
Isn't that basically what all of his Heismans are? They're all like guys that are
They're tiny guys. They're
like,
just system guys. I mean, Baker Mayfield's okay in the NFL. Kyler Murray was really good his rookie season. He's been injured. I don't know if he's
well,
and
he's
that's
a good runner. So
who now he had Jalen Hurts for a year, right?
I
And
wouldn't
then
consider him though.
no, I don't consider yeah. I consider Jalen Hurts
He's a Bama.
Alabama.
He's a
Yeah.
Bama.
And then Caleb Williams, because he followed him from Oklahoma.
I mean, he's had some studs there, obviously, but
I mean, they're great in college. I don't know how we'll see how the generational talent of Caleb Williams will be.
generation. So there was a debate on that. How many generations can you have within 10 years of
Right. We've already had like 16 in 5 years.
We've had Trevor Lawrence was a generational talent. That was what
Those ESPN fired all those idiots. Did they fire the actual idiots in Kuiper and McShay? Because those guys.
Todd McShay was let go.
Yeah.
But they kept the other douche that's been there for like 30 years.
Count Dracula or Count Chocula. He looks like Count Chocula, right?
With the fucking hair.
Man, God, those guys, their predictions are so.
What's his name again? Why did I forget? Why did I blank out?
Oh, sorry. I took us off somewhere.
No, why did I blank out on that dude's name?
Mel Kiper?
Mel Kiper.
No, Mel Kiper Jr.
What the hell has he ever done? Who is he to say anything?
Count Chocula.
That's great. No, I just love the one year he got called out by the Colts GM.
Yeah.
Best.
Just
who is he to say anything? What has he ever done? Who has he ever
He's
done?
right, though. He's absolutely right. Why don't they have front office jobs if they're so great at picking talent?
It's like if somebody came back at us and saying, who are we? What have we ever done? Will we just watch games?
We haven't done a damn thing, and we know this, and we say this.
We just watch.
I have a flag stuck to my wall with 2 screws.
I have flag.
And my iPad is held up by books, and I have a dead cactus to the left of me.
I have a fantasy football wrestling trophy over.
I'm a chef. Yeah, you do.
Oh my God.
What roll of die did you have to roll to win that belt? I'm getting my wrong fantasy confused.
I actually won it as a wild card. So that even makes it worse.
So in fantasy football, do you roll dice too?
No, but I was 8-4 and I backed into the play. I'm basically the Arizona Diamondbacks, but I won.
God, what a terrible World Series.
I haven't watched one fucking minute of it.
I have not watched any of it either.
I've seen the highlights and
terrible.
I'm like, I'm good with that. But I guess the Rangers could possibly win tonight. So
good. Yeah, and I guess old Ronnie Washington's leaving our Braves, going to possibly Houston.
Possibly to Houston. Yeah. I hope he doesn't, man. Just retire a Brave.
I mean, it's true too. It's 70. He's 71. I mean, does he really want to manage day to day? I mean, I guess he's out there every day on third base for the Braves. So
yeah, but look how much fun
maybe I'm splitting hairs, but
look at how much fun he's having with the Braves. I mean,
right,
yeah,
when shit goes south, he doesn't have to worry about it. Brian Snedeker does.
Yeah, so, I mean, trust me though, he would have fun in Houston.
And Houston, following up Dusty and what they've done, their little dynasty that they have now.
Yeah. Just hope we don't lose Washington because I like those little.
I love Ron Washington, man.
Those little dance videos he does in the.
He's fantastic.
Dugout is fantastic.
Oh, don't forget you got back to college football, Alabama, LSU this weekend.
That was the last one.
You did? Oh, my bad.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I think Georgia, Missouri might be a fun game.
There's a good 5-game slate that all of them could be bangers.
Washington could put up 75 points on that USC defense.
Could you imagine if Penn?
I hope I'm imagining that.
Because
can we have Hunter on again? Can we have Hunter on again?
Oh God. Oh no, it's at USC. Oh, so those 13,000 fans can watch the game then.
Well, it might be 7,000 now.
You'd have all Washington fans there. That would be,
Man, I
oh
love
my
it.
God, I gotta see that stadium though, once the game
It's
starts.
just so good.
Did we even
It's
go
so
over our
satisfying.
scores? I don't think we did.
No, we haven't given our final score
All
yet.
right. Well, I will go first then.
Sure thing, sure thing.
I think like you said at the beginning of the season, I actually picked this game as the one Notre Dame loss because I think I
You
had them
did.
11-1.
You did 11-1. This was your loss.
Well, Notre Dame has 2 losses currently at 7-2, and this is a game where I am not picking Clemson to beat Notre Dame. It's going to be the other way around. So I have Notre Dame beating Clemson 38-17, and I'll probably get my ass beat because I'll be wearing my Notre Dame shit at Clemson.
They're
I
not.
don't care.
They're probably nice fans. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to talk shit. I don't care. My sister
What's
she
the
might
point
actually get.
now?
Lindsay might get my ass kicked. So there you go.
No. When we were going to our first games 20 years ago and stuff, we talk shit, but
Do you believe it's been 18 years since my first game?
yeah, it's been 20 for me. Wait, I'd have to look at my tickets. It might have been even 02.
So you went in 2013.
I've seen. My first game was tie.
Okay, because my
I was
first
at.
game was
I think it was
Syracuse.
BYU. Matter of fact, I think I saw Julius Jones play.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Yeah, baby.
you were in the 2000s. 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So it was mine. So I was 2005. It was against Syracuse.
It was
And
you and me, right?
It was.
Yeah.
I think somebody else came with us too. Somebody you were dating at the time, maybe. I don't know.
Was it Renee? I was
Maybe.
living with Renee.
I know.
It was probably Renee then, yeah.
I think she came with us, or was that could have been the blue gold game? I think the game itself was just you and I.
I think you're right.
And actually, that was the day before my son's first birthday.
Oh, nice. This is amazing. Going down old memory lane.
What if? Oh no, wait.
Wow.
First birthday because he was born in 04. Yeah, it would have been his first birthday. Oh my God. No wonder my ex-wife, we hated each other after a while because, I go to Notre Dame in my first game the day before Brandon's birthday. Hey, you know what? Fuck that. I can live.
Hey, exactly.
Why do I have to sit at home?
That's why you don't have kids in your 20s. You live your life first. But sometimes shit happens.
Exactly. And then they're old now and gone away. Or
Yep.
as they have grandkids.
And now you can act like a 20-year-old when you're almost 50. Wow.
Exactly. All right. So what was your score? I have 38-17 Notre Dame.
38-17. I'll go 35-20.
Oh, very close once again. We're getting close.
I mean, maybe it'll be like Notre Dame will have the lead and Clemson will get like a late score, maybe kind of like Louisville thing.
Kind of what I was figuring Pitt would do last week, and they didn't do shit.
I only say that because it's at Clemson,
Sure.
and Notre Dame. Remember, for a quarter and a half, they were playing down to Pitt's talent. Here's an interception. Here's another one. Oh, here's a fumble. And then Parker. Hey guys, I'm gonna call 3 plays just so you know. Here they are. Here's the other one. It's just to the other side.
That guy.
Oh wait, let me throw this pass like that. And I got guys that can streak down the field 100 miles an hour, and I'm just gonna,
But good thing is we have all of our DBs back this week, starters. I mean, obviously, if they're even out,
I don't think Hart is he might be game time. Yeah, Morrison. They might keep them both out. I heard.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. We need. Don't quote us on that, fans.
Game time decisions.
I think it's game time decisions. Honestly.
See what happens. All right, we ready to finish this off?
Yeah, man, it's a good show.
All right, so we had it all. Both of us picked Notre Dame to win. Should be a fun weekend. I'm gonna be definitely taking some pictures and whatnot. So check out our social medias. We are ND Nation everywhere. So that includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find this show on YouTube and Spotify. We're also on the College Football Dog Show. I am on Saturday mornings. I will probably be going live from Clemson Saturday, so that should be
how fun. What time?
Obviously once I get there, because it won't be
Maybe I'll tune in.
Yeah, so hopefully I can get live there when I'm actually at the game, so that would be pretty cool. And then until next week, hopefully we get a guest on. I've been getting kind of shellacked by getting no responses from people, and Corey's trying to get
it's okay. It's
certain
okay. I mean,
QB
you know
that we
what? I
have.
think next week then we'll have like I can have my roommate or just some random guest, and we'll just have it like just somebody else who doesn't
Maybe
know
I'll
anything.
bring Rick on.
Bring Rick on,
Oh,
or
maybe I can try to
I
get
can see
Malik
if
Zaire.
Kevin or somebody. I don't know. We could ask.
Maybe I could get Malik Zaire or something.
We could see maybe Anthony, my brother,
There you go.
because we used to
Oh
at
my
one
God,
time.
that would be amazing.
Because the three of us at one time, remember he was living with us for a little bit.
Yeah,
That would be
dude.
fun.
I'll reach out to him, see if he wants.
I'll check. I think he might be back from Mexico, so I
Because we
will
got
find out.
obviously after this game we have a bye week again, so we have another bye week, and
That'd be hilarious.
then we'll be. Oh my God, that would be.
Anthony would we might have to put a beep on Anthony because it would be you think I'm bad. Every other word is the F word out of Anthony's mouth, especially
Okay.
if he comes talking to
Have
Notre
fun
Dame.
with it, man. All right, we'll reach out to
All
Anthony.
right,
But like I
man.
said, make sure you check us out everywhere. And until
Maybe we should have a fan contest. We'll pick a number between 1 and 500, and whoever's the closest is the guest.
so what? Like 4 people are gonna enter.
Hey, it's exciting.
It's gonna be Julian and who else?
That's okay.
Dexter,
The 5-6 people I send it to.
Lori. I mean, is Lori gonna jump on?
Yeah.
My
Lori
dad
can jump on.
And then my dad to make fun of us. I mean, that would.
Does your dad? Does he rip on us? That's hilarious.
Well, he's like, oh, nice show, and I'm like, you didn't watch the whole damn thing. Shut up.
Nobody does.
No. Maybe
That's
they do.
all
I
right.
know Julian does.
Yeah, some people might. I think Kevin does. I think Delvin does.
They definitely now have checked out, so they're pretty good.
Yeah. All right then.
All right. So until next
Cool.
week, Dennis, you know what we do. Go Irish.
Go Irish. Fuck the University of Spoiled Children.
Booyah.